Hey nerds, join us on Discord and hit that subscribe button.
Hello. I'm Kellic.
Flynn. Zika.
Thessaly.
Oma.
And I'm your DM, Seth. Welcome to Venture Forth.
Do it again. I did it.
And
You
welcome
did
back
you
to us from freaking
went like
Comic-Con. Before we get it on, obviously, thank you guys so much for everybody who showed up. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I think I speak for everybody at the table. We were we're bamboozled, to use one of my favorite phrases.
Bamboozled.
It was, such a unique, such a wonderful experience, and hopefully the first of many more appearances at future cons and everything else. So, it was a great time. But we're here to play some D&D. So,
Yep.
when last we left our heroes. At the close of your second day of downtime in Stillgate, as the majority of you, Sans Alma, came together within the common area of your rooms here within the Monarch's residence, you were approached by an emissary from the Fae, by someone who calls themselves the Weaver, a woman you know as Thalnora. Through this messenger,
I almost lost it.
Thalnora bade you come to entreat with her in her lands within the Raging Woods, so that she could give you information that would set you upon a path to end something that has vexed you for so long. The Order of the Red Wolf and their head, Corvin Amberstone. You made arrangements, traveled to Sunflume with the aid of teleportation magic, thanks to Kabir, your local friendly Enchanters Guild member, and reunited with Oma, who has spent the last few days here within Sunflume. But you weren't long in town, saying hi to a few old friends, before you saw slowly plodding down the road towards you a small figure. Covered in furs and bearing weapons made of antlers atop his trusty bighorn sheep Bessie, you came to know the apathetic figure of Mozzie, a Fae of some kind as well, who informed you that he was to lead you to the lands of Thalnora for your meeting with her. He led you out of the streets of Sunplume and into the old growth forests of the Raging Woods, where you traveled uneventfully for the majority of the day. But that evening, as you began your preparations to make camp, amidst a prayer to Famir, as he looked up to the moon, Kellic saw what appeared to be a small structure atop a cloud. And that's when the Ravager party made its appearance known. Not knowing who or what sent them, and how they came to find you here, a long and arduous night was set into motion. Still nearly 20 miles away from the borders of Thalnora's lands, by Mozzie's estimate, you all set off at a run in an effort to keep ahead of your pursuers. A headlong chase through the night was met with several challenges, including raging waters, frigid with the cold of the recently departed Long Eve, precipitous ravines, and monstrous spider lairs. But you all pushed through the night, helping one another where you could, until finally you crossed into Thalnora's lands, and her servants came to your aid and threw off your pursuers.
Yeah.
You ventured into the valley where you saw the cherry blossom tree she calls her home.
Yeah.
You ventured.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
We're never gonna get through this.
And thanks so much for watching it.
Yeah. And a door upon the trunk of said cherry blossom tree opened to invite you into her domain. You entered to see the Weaver, seated at her golden loom where curios and oddities adorn the various nooks and crannies of this wide open space, all attached together in this intricate web and tangle of deep maroon sanguine threads. And after your arrival, she thanked Mozzie for his aid in getting you here, reached up and with a curved glass dagger, cut one of the threads above her that unspooled and drifted away on a non-existent breeze before ever touching the ground, as tears began to fall down Mozzie's face, and he turned to you all and thanked you for backing out of the door and leaving you here with the Weaver herself.
Bounced. Okay.
So, we return to this moment. They're back still to you. You see, again, this sort of long, tall, elongated, thin figure wreathed from neck all the way down in this sort of diaphanous, large, like a red garment that almost is shapeless. It's almost like a shroud over the entirety of her body. But you see 3 pairs of arms all working the loom at the same time.
Like that.
You see, again, kind of this strange like frill that is kind of comes up out of the back of the head, and a golden chain that sort of drapes down across the back of the neck and appears to attach to some kind of like device or something like that. They have not yet turned to like face you at all, but I think out of the corner of your eye you can see what appears to be kind of an apparatus that is effectively a veil that covers them from basically right above the brow down. So you cannot see a face.
Okay.
You merely see veiled and then completely shrouded in this like long, gently swaying, diaphanous red garment. And like this whole time, this steady like of the loom as the threads continue to unspool. And she welcomed you all. So, as you all stand in her lair, the steady clunk of the loom coming.
Question.
Yeah.
Frill. You said it came out of the head, comes out of the head. Is it part of her? Or is it...
As you look, it appears to be coming out of the back of the head
The
as
veil?
it grown.
The veil?
Okay.
No, there's like a frill, almost like a
Like a
Yeah.
triceratops.
like a triceratops.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
So there's
cool.
like and as you look, you're kind of looking to see what it is, and you do see it's like almost part of a carapace like construct
Oh.
that comes out of the back of the head, and it's
Gross.
kind of beautiful.
Gross.
It looks like almost like and the shape of it almost looks like coral, like a big kind of branch of coral that's coming up out of the back of the head. All in like, and the only part of her that you can see, you see the arms, but all of her skin is like this like deep, sort of like the deep crimson, like not crimson, like a pink, like a very deep rose pink color with veins of bright red that kind of up through the skin and into the back of that frill. You see those same like sort of big veins of bright sanguine red.
Okay.
That almost kind of subtly like don't pulse, but almost like it almost looks like liquid, like trapped in there.
Oh, no.
I kind of wish I hadn't asked, but okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. As the steady like clunk and swoosh of the loom carries on, she again, thank you, Mozzie, for your service, but it is no longer required. You may go. And he just like looks to all of you guys. You see a hint of no small amount of fear on his face, but also a strange mix of like grief and gratitude all at the same time. And turns to you and he says, I'll wait outside.
Oh, okay, good.
And he backs away.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, then... You've called for us, I say to the back of her head.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we are.
Indeed. Thank you for journeying so far. My position here requires me to stay. I can only exert my influence so far. And the arms kind of still. And finally she turns to see you, and the arms kind of drift down by the side, and they almost seem to like hang there and kind of gently like sway. And as they turn, you see now the veil. There's a veil completely over the eyes that starts like right above where the eyebrow would be. You see a completely bald head, no hair, that same like rose pink colored skin with those veins of red that kind of go through. And you see like a veil that comes down to about the mid-chest before, and again, just this like, it's almost like someone picked up a sheet and is letting it hang and drape down her. It's this like long triangular gown, shapeless. But you do see it kind of draped over a very, very thin set of shoulders. And that's like kind of the only bit of her shape that you can see underneath it. But as she turns, you don't see any sort of like mouth moving or anything like that behind the veil. It's simply this kind of like ever-present voice. Kellic. Little she-wolf. The Aetherborn. The smuggler.
Hi.
And the bound by iron and bound by light.
I just got Kellic.
Welcome. You who walk in two worlds. There it is.
Should let you finish. Sorry.
That's quite all right. I have summoned you here. You find yourselves on a pathway, heading towards something rather of import.
We do find ourselves on that path. Aye.
Tell me, what do you know of the path you walk? What do you know of the one whom you seek? And you feel her eyes on you. She says, seek. Seeker.
Oh.
What do you know of Vas Ro Na?
They are a lich?
No.
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 He's a god.
He's,
Oh, wait,
he's
no.
he's a
Corvin's.
primordial
That's-
god?
Right.
Old god?
And he's chained in the abyss, through which he might be accessed by some kind of moving island.
Indeed. You know some, not all. The wasted one you set yourselves against will not go quietly.
That'd be the lich.
He must be stopped,
Oh, yeah.
lest he unleash the seer and condemn us all. He does not understand that which he meddles with.
The outcast is the seer?
And the arm raises. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Is
And all six of the arms come up and begin to move. Listen closely, travelers, to a tale of ancient days, when the cosmos was but a babe, and her arms extend, and you see these bits of light come outwards and away from her hands
oh.
as they begin to encircle around you. You see 6 balls of light sort of start to circulate around in the space as the lights around you all dim. The shelves, the surroundings, everything beside you slowly disappears, and you see yourself floating in an endless expanse of black pricks of light. And beneath you, a wide blue expanse with clouds running over it. A time when the cosmos was young and the first mother, my mother, was still new. A time when the emergence was a recent memory and gods and titans scarred the faces of the worlds. 6 young deities and the 6 lights come forward and begin to circle around you. Foreseeing the events to come, pledged themselves to Elbor, and they fall and crash into the blue underneath you as land begins to rise upwards and away. As the blue peels back, you see mountains rise and land appear. They pledge themselves here, each anchoring their being to this sphere. And you see suddenly as the blue is encapsulated almost, this shimmering barrier of light that comes around the edge. Their covenant demanded that as all 6 lived, the sphere would thrive, protected from the chaos outside. And you see like shadows try to latch on to this glass sphere, these things you see almost at the edge of your awareness, great beings of, and you feel it almost as the vision comes to you, these things of ancient power, old old as the ticking stars, as they attempt to crush the light from the sphere. All of them. As long as they lived, the sphere thrived, protected. Yet should betrayal corrupt the heart of one, and death come to any, all should perish, and the veil would be no more, and that sphere around this blue dot shatters as one of the lights goes dark, and then returns. The 6 of them. One among them was the great seer, god of destiny, touched briefly by time to share in their vision, that they may guide mortals towards their destinies. He watched over the tapestry of Elbor, ensuring it remained intact. You know him as Vasronath. And the 6 spheres begin to circle closer together as one glows brighter. Alongside his brothers and sisters, he created and nurtured, bringing forth the beings and the beauty that becomes Elbor. But as they gave of their gifts, he saw what would come to pass. The greed of mortals would challenge their divine rule. Though his siblings and the other spheres begin to move to one side away from the other, as they start to coalesce and take shape, growing from these spheres of light to shapes, ephemeral, almost the outlines of bodies, but suggestions, nothing more. Though his siblings dismissed his dire warnings, the seer took measures in secret, sparking the wrath of the others. But, and all of her hands come up and stop as everything freezes. Unable to kill him, lest the pact be broken, he sealed him away, and the sphere falls into the ocean, its light being snuffed, and in so doing, ensured their own fall and all of the rest of the spheres fall to the earth. The day of reckoning arrived. Ambitious mortals ascended to the high mountain. The first 5, unwilling to release Vasronath and unwilling to die, did only what they could and ceded their divinity to the usurpers. But even in their surrender, the bonds upon the seer weakened and shattered. And that sphere that you saw earlier that fell to the earth rises up out of the ocean, and the ocean sweeps over the land as fire consumes everything. He vented his rage, scarring Elbor, leaving it little but ash and dust. The first usurpers, and now you see 5 new spheres, rise up from the land. As the water threatens to consume it, the fire threatens to consume it, emerge victorious, once again sealing him away. Their own fate, now entwined with his, part of the covenant. And set about creating a new world, one in their own image, a dark world, born of their vanity, their malice, their insatiable greed, and their ambition as shadows fall all across the world of Elbor. And so, our cycle of ascension and destruction began. Always, mortals ascend. Gods, unwilling to die, cede their divine bonds to others. And Vasronath is released to vent his wrath upon the world once more. The time soon approaches his prison weakens. You've seen it. And you all see what Birdie saw just a few days ago. As suddenly the roof falls away from you and you see up in the firmament above that same crystalline sphere, spiderwebbed with cracks and angry red. Soon now, and this time, and her gaze settles on you. She looks down to the bandage on your arm. I do not know if the usurpers have the strength to stop him.
Why, Zarel told us that this was the first time that there were 10 gods. Why have not the old gods gone?
They not see the power.
I do not know. Even I cannot see. But he speaks truth. The Dusk Warden. He is known to me. His subtlety knows few equals. I wonder. What is he looking for in all of this? Curious, no?
He wants the outcast gone. What?
Oh,
Well,
If we kill the outcast,
then the shadows on the outside come in.
and all the gods die?
Perhaps. The covenant is binding. And what is to die to a god?
Well, also, are the new gods really part of this covenant yet? Because it doesn't seem like they have fully
I
kind
think you
of.
get grandfathered in as part
But
of...
there's 10 now, so have they been grandfathered
Is
in?
that why they're not strong enough? Because they don't have all of the power?
Because the old gods held on.
You can't see it, but you almost see the smile underneath.
Like I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
What if...
Each time, I believe, piece of divinity is lost.
oh.
Portion of their power. And through the cycles, each new generation grows weaker than the last. And thus, our current dilemma.
So we're basically stuck in a cycle of not being able to kill Vasranoth, but also not being able to do anything. What do we do about it then?
It is not a question of ability, but of willingness.
They don't want to kill Vasranoth because they'll die.
All of that other stuff.
But we
And they'll
won't
let the
die,
shadows in.
Right.
right?
But we don't know. Do we know that?
We didn't make a pact with him.
What are-
What's on the outside of Elbor?
What are the shadows in your little display?
Hmm.
Ain't shit.
Those. Well, there are many things. Many things that wander the dark reaches. Ever hungry. Ever searching. I know not.
But we must stop the outcast.
Would you say that these things are better or worse than Vasranoth? And is Vasranoth even the problem?
He ravages the land when he gets free.
I would maybe do
He's the
that too if I
cataclysm.
got locked away.
So it's
For a lot.
relatable, but the genocide is then fine? What is your point?
It's also weird because Vasranoth saw that people were going to take the gods' places, and then the gods locked him away, and then the people took their gods' places,
Aye.
which is what he was trying to prevent.
By what? By
Okay, but-
killing the people?
I don't know.
Sure.
It's just kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point, though. So, like, I don't think we should really worry about that.
Well, we kind of have to.
Or we can just get rid of Vasranoth.
And then the other stuff comes.
Right.
Okay,
But if
and
it
then
said
we deal with
hungry.
the other stuff.
Also, how do we deal with the fact that we have 2 sets of gods?
I have
We still don't solve that.
question. Hi, I'm Flynn.
Hello,
Hi.
Flynn.
Still working theory, but I'm curious. So when the gods cede their power to the new gods, is that sphere of light still? You say it's diminished, but is that sphere still technically the original 6? So that's what Vasranoth has. So if we destroy Vasranoth, if we destroy Vasranoth, would that 6th sphere then be transferred to a new person, and then the wall would go back up? So if we get rid of Vasranoth, and then the other spheres go away because they cede their power, then all 6 spheres would now be available to be picked up. So then if they were picked up, then the barrier would go back.
I
So
think
technically it's like,
seeding it is voluntary.
So, here's... I don't think we've ever had a situation where there was nobody fulfilling those duties.
right, I
And
know we're in
so-
a different position, but so yeah, I mean, I guess I'm curious. So
Could
if,
someone take Vasranoth's place in the Covenant?
If Vasranoth gives the power away.
I mean, do the old gods always give their power away? I thought that there was
They
a
didn't
war.
right now. There's
So, I mean-
10 gods.
They get defeated somehow.
They get defeated, and then their power or their light is taken, right? So
Right.
if Vasranoth's light is taken, and we have a new 6, and we don't lock one of them away, then maybe everything would be okay.
So kill Vasranoth and then make 4 of the 10 back off
Maybe, yeah.
and let the other 6 handle it.
Maybe that's again, like I said, it's a working theory, but Madam Weaver, Miss, what do you think? Is this making any sense?
It's an interesting theory, Master Flynn. Vasranoth must cede his divine being. Something I don't think he's been willing to do. And he cannot be killed, lest the rest also fall.
Right, I forgot about that part.
But I think that's what we want.
We
Right.
can't. Well, we
We
can't.
want them all
We
to-
would need one of them at least, because the other we need 6. But
We need all of
couldn't.
them to fall, so then other people can take their place.
Oh, but
No,
No.
they've never
But-
fallen.
I think
That's so. There's always
They've
been
always
5
just
holding up
replaced
the
them.
remainder of the bargain.
well, technically all 6.
Right, but the remainder, meaning the part that Vasranoth isn't.
But I thought the old gods will fall.
They do
But they
but
give
then
up
the new
first.
gods still.
take
Yeah.
their place.
Mhm.
But
How
they-
does it work? How does
but
the
they haven't.
transfer work? Is it always need to be like consensual, or is it just like somebody gets murdered and then they take the light? Is it all the same?
But this time was different.
Well, if one person gets, they can't murder them because once one dies, they all die.
Maybe that's why they
So they
seeded.
probably haven't been killed.
How does it work?
It is as the child says. There is a moment and an eternity during which usurper and the god, there's a binding, a
Ooh.
taking up. Something changed this time. Something keeps the old gods. Your light. She looks to your hand. Her. And her.
Who?
And him.
Fanra. Famir.
It's because people still believe in the old gods that they don't feel like they need to give up their power. Is that
Maybe-
how it normally would work? Because I guess maybe they feel like they don't have anyone following them anymore, so then they willingly give up their power because no one.
Or,
Or
if
they have-
Kaldor won the war, for example.
Yeah.
Or if they have strong enough people
Yeah,
that are
anyway,
still
yeah.
wielding their magic.
Oh,
Like, we're all really strong, and a lot of us get our power from them.
Right.
So, we're keeping them alive?
Well,
The Dusk Warden does not lie. Never before in Elbor has the transition taken so long.
it's what did they do?
Why
What did they do to get power?
Do you
no.
think it has to do with Mr. Corvin Amberstone and what the cult of the Order of the Red Wolf did with my family?
Perhaps. In a portion of one of the gods' power, still walking Elbor,
Oh,
an anchor. Something
Oh.
to keep the transition of power.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
why are you sorry, Olma? You didn't ask for that.
oh, by the light. The
And-
creation.
We were already going to kill Corvin, but now I'm really going to kill Corvin.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing.
How?
Because the world has not been destroyed by the outcast breaking out.
Right.
The delay has saved the Elbor. As it is.
But it's only delayed.
Right, which has given us time.
To do this, and we have a big problem though. We're going to either
A couple big problems.
have to, as I understand, kill the god so that we can kill Vasrenoth, or not do any of it and we become forfeit to Flint's friend.
Right.
I'm confused.
We have to kill the outcast to fulfill our contract.
And
Go ahead,
to do
Emma.
that.
Well,
Mhm.
if a portion of Lowers' magic being anchored on Elbor is why the old gods are still able to be here, why would Corvin and the Order of the Red Wolf want to... Like, they created that to kill the gods. So, it backfired because it didn't kill the gods and it also anchored them.
Yeah, so now they're trying to find
So-
another way to let him out, I think. Because their plan backfired and now they're like,
But
well,
is that what it is? It was just a backfire? It was like an accident? They didn't... An unintended consequence?
Unintended consequence. I very much like that phrase. Yes,
It seems that
there are others as well.
What?
Each of you, in your own way, are an anchor. Something keeping the old gods here. The strength of the belief, the people of Elbor, allows the old gods to remain. But it is not, as you've said, all bad. The delay has given us time, precious time, and so little of it. The wasted one you set yourself against would hasten the return of the seer, and that is why he must be stopped.
The wasted one is Corvin.
Aye,
Because he was in the waste for such a long time.
because he's a dead creature
Because he's
walking among.
gross.
what is he working towards
Bringing...
besides just the outcast? Like, what's his plan? I mean, unless he aims to kill Kellic, Thessaly, and Seeker, like, he could have done that.
Really.
Maybe he just didn't know that you're the anchor? Does he not know that there are anchors?
Perhaps.
So
Cannot know his
plans-
mind.
I don't know if we're enough to stop his plans.
Well,
He has the book.
Indeed.
What is he getting from the book?
Answers.
anything that you can think of.
Yeah.
Every day he grows closer to
In-
finding the island.
In the normal transition, how long does it take from when the gods die to when the seer that's really close to Seeker? I don't like that. How long until the destruction?
Different from cycle to cycle. But there have been not so many. This is the longest by far.
And you have witnessed a cycle or two yourself.
Perhaps.
How did you survive?
You said your mother was the
First
dumb.
mother.
Yes.
I'm quite old. There are things here, things in the wider world that know of a time before the gods took to the worlds. My mother was such a one.
Time before Elbor?
Yes,
The first mother, was she a god of some other place? Like anything that existed before Elbor? Or was she just called the first mother just 'cause?
Before 6 lights, were there one?
Or was there one amongst many? Are there lots of Elbors?
6 or a few of many.
There are more gods?
Or there are more Elbors?
Don't you remember the vision? The only 6 came here. There were more that broke apart. Did
Those
they?
the shadows or those?
No, they were different.
So, could we just go to another Elbor?
Is the first mother
Could
more?
everybody just go to another Elbor and let the outcasts deal with this one?
No, Alma.
No?
There's people here.
Well, could all the
Take all
people,
the people.
go to another Elbor?
You want
How
to
d- how do we-
double the? I don't. There's
How
not
do
even.
we get them there?
It's not
I
necessarily.
don't know. I'm
No,
asking
I know,
if
I
it's a
know.
When we're
possibility
saying there's
first.
another Elbor,
We use
I
magic
think-
to get them there.
Do you mean literally another Elbor, or are we talking about just other places like Elbor, other domains that God's created?
There are others. Other domains,
And others,
other places.
other spheres protecting them? Or did they all? I'm confused. Did they all come here? So there are all of the spheres are here now in this world. So maybe all the other worlds are still there. All the other Elbors are still there, but they've been consumed by the shadows because all the light is here now.
I don't think all the light is here.
There are other spheres.
I think Elbor was created by these 6 deities as a kind of experiment. They pulled us away from something.
Well,
a
wasn't-
larger cosmos.
That's not all shadows. That might just be some shadows.
We don't know.
I think the larger thing is just the shadows kind of roam and do what they want.
Well, and the
But they
first
can't
mother, who's the mother of the 6?
No.
Is the first,
Just one of the other ones? Like a
is this mother more like the spheres or the shadows?
First mother. She is perhaps both.
Huh.
maybe we're thinking of things too binary.
What do you mean?
Maybe it's not like tiny bright lights and dark shadows. Maybe it's
Something
just
else.
something else. Like maybe it's like the bright lights aren't light or shadow. It's just like otherworldly being.
Oh,
Like
no.
Right.
well, angels and fallen angels. They're
Yeah.
just a different classification of the same kind of thing.
I don't think that they are necessarily either of those things. I think they are different. I was just wondering if their mother was one of them. It seems kind of both and not.
I think the mother was one of the first 6.
No.
right?
No. And those 6 are not all of the orbs. There are more of those. Remember, there were lots of them, and just 6 chose to come to Elbor.
The mother was like one of the other orbs. And a shadow. And all the things.
So how did you end up on Elbor?
I chose to
Like,
come.
Hmm.
There
Yeah.
are pathways out of the sphere.
Okay, so we could take everybody through a pathway?
That road is dangerous.
If we don't want to break the sphere, then why leave the sphere? It's the same
I mean,
outcome.
but don't we though? I mean, it seems inevitable.
Not if we
Uh,
kill the outcast?
No, it will break.
No, it will break if we kill the outcast.
Oh, right, 'cause all
well,
the gods
on that
will die.
on that point, I have a question because you said there's a moment and then the power can be taken. So if someone kills the outcast and takes the outcast's power, does that moment in eternity that you talk about is that enough
The
to keep
outcast
the
has
thing
to
from?
give it, has to
He has
willingly.
to want to preserve the covenant, I think, is where it comes down. Is that even in the previous cycles, the gods, even
Because
if they
have
didn't
to
want to
see
give
the
it all,
power.
yeah,
Right. Oh yeah.
I think that they, having been defeated, would rather not break the covenant, and that's why it's been passed.
Wait, so we're in this position because the old gods are selfish?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We would probably be dead. Because if the old gods had seeded, then Vosranoth would do the fire thing and everything would be desolate.
But I think.
But is that the only thing keeping him at
Well, they
bay
did
as
seed.
well?
They did seed. Yes,
No.
the new gods have
No.
No.
covenant.
No, they've all.
The
We
old
all
gods-
just have 10 now.
Right now, I think we still only have 6, and there's just some really powerful new people.
Is the covenant just split 11 ways? How does it work?
I think the old gods still have the lights, and they just haven't passed them to the new gods.
Well,
new
but Zarel
gods.
said we have 10.
Are there 10 spheres
The new
now?
gods became. They
That
were
can't-
mortals who became gods. I don't think you can do that without a divine
Is it
covenant.
10 or 11?
I don't understand.
Well, 10 and then 1.
10 plus
10 and then
the
Vespernath.
outcast.
So the new gods have their own spheres?
I mean, I think the
And-
spheres are just a symbol of being gods.
But why do they need the other spheres that connect them to a thing that would kill them?
Did she react like that when he asked that?
Remind me what he
You
said.
started to shake your head. Did
Wait,
the
what?
Weaver
What I
start to
missed?
shake their head?
When did I shake my head? I don't even remember. I'm in like a fugue state right now. What did he say?
He said. What did
I was trying to figure out if
He said.
the new gods have their own spheres and if they're connected. Why would they want the old god spheres if those kind of connect them to a death pact, basically? Like if they have their own power, why do they need?
Well, they're getting that.
Yeah, they have now it's a struggle. Like now all 10 have some power, but they haven't
Yeah.
fully seeded.
Oh, yeah, you said basically they're gods now, and at that you started to shake.
I said, are there are there gods now?
Are
Are
they,
they-
are they
Oh,
gods?
the new
the
gods.
5 new. the
Yeah,
5
I
new.
don't. Are they? Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think they. Are.
Oh, so you said like, are the 5 new gods?
Are they
gods?
actually gods? Do they have spheres?
Or
Okay.
they're not part of the covenant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I don't know. Are you trying to do an insight check or what?
Kind of.
So
I'm
When-
confused.
when you say they're gods, the new gods hold within them divinity, as do the old still. Even I do not know why.
Where does divinity?
As if the transfer is incomplete.
Oh, wait.
Held unfinished.
Okay, so they started getting the light, but they haven't gotten all of it. Okay,
Because of us? Because of the anchors?
probably.
If the new ones were to not be here anymore, then this would not be a problem because then the transfer would not have happened and Vosranoth could stay in the bubble.
But then another 5 would arise eventually and try and do it again.
That's for then. For right now,
The binds upon the seer are always tied to the old gods. When the transfer is complete, the divinity that has sealed him away that binds upon him cease to exist. And as the new gods continue to grow in power and the old gods fade, the binds upon him weaken. If the transfer is to complete, he shall be released upon the world.
Do the new gods know this?
Perhaps.
Do they know what they do?
Oh, yeah. Does the divinity in them give them enough?
Is it purposeful?
No, I think they're just greedy and they want the power. And then
I don't think they knew when
before.
Yeah,
right.
I think when they did the usurpation, they just thought they were going to become gods. I don't think they knew about the outcast.
But when Famir and Zachriel, they talk to you, do they ever converse with each other also? Has anyone shared information and thought it might be a good idea?
They're not very open communicators.
They don't
They're
really
kind of
talk
at
about
odds.
I mean,
Voss.
maybe they do know, and that's why the new gods haven't finished the transfer, because they know what will happen if they do.
Well, shouldn't they then try to get the war to end?
Well, I don't know if it's the war, it's them just taking the power.
Zachriel doesn't think he should do anything. His whole point was just to take the power away from the gods and give it to the people.
Oh, that's rich.
I know. We talked for a while about it, but he was pretty immobile.
Weaver, do the new gods know this information that you just told us?
I would have to assume, but only they can know.
Okay, so...
I should try to talk to them. Amir and Zachriel.
Okay.
Perhaps you'll all have your chance.
What does that mean?
Okay, but we...
What, Alma?
We need to find the phylactery. It's why we're here.
That we
This is
do.
all really good information, but I still don't know what to do with it.
Me either.
And at least I know what we need to do with the phylactery, so...
Getting Corvin buys us time to figure out what we do with the gods.
That
and
is
I
true.
think I know where Corvin is, so I just need to know
How
where
do
the
you know where
phylactery is.
Corvin
We'll
is?
talk about it later.
Are you friends now? You just...
Oh yeah, we're besties. Best buddies. Most bestest friends that ever happened.
I'm playing with you. This is all a bit disconcerting.
It's
a
a
little
lot.
overwhelming.
At the heart of the continent lies a great waste. The passing of a fallen storm swept a verdant and lush land to dust, where twisted creatures roam the wastes, feeding off the remnant magic there. At the heart of the waste, an ancient city, a still smoldering ruin, where shadows roam and the dead lie waiting. Where better for one of the dead to hide?
Makes sense.
Corvin's in the waste?
No, his phylactery is.
What he's hiding, yeah.
Beneath the sacred octagon, in the depths of the high sanctum of Laurus, lies
What?
a vault where the wolf keeps the pieces of his tattered soul.
Okay. Below an octagon?
Oh,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Laurus, 8 schools of magic, the octagon.
The
Sacred.
temple to Laurus
So below the
There's-
center of the temple to Laurus.
is a vault.
That holds.
How do we get into the vault?
Know how to break into stuff.
But if I'm a lich, I'd make a pretty good lock on my vault.
Has to be wary. Corvin has turned much of the gifts of Laurus to his own purposes, and you'll find no friends in the sacred octagon. But who's to say you won't on the way?
Pretty friendly people.
The broken link must return to Tialra's city
Yeah.
to reforge old bonds for a time. Within the rings, your guide awaits you, though they know it not. In Seeker, you feel her eyes fall onto you.
The broken link, huh?
The path to the wastes lies beyond them.
I'm going to have to reach out to some people.
We have to go to Westreach to break into the vault?
It's a start.
We need something from Reach. Something about rings and broken links, and that will help us when we get to the waste.
There's a guide?
Find a guide.
Yeah.
Though they know it not, correct?
Someone must show you the way.
But they don't know that they're going to show us the way, or they don't know that they know the way.
They probably...
Both.
And all 6 of the arms just spread. The hands come up.
Oh, great. Okay, so
Right,
Tiara City,
That's Westreach.
Mhm.
Westreach, and then the waste. And then Oakenspire.
All of Elbor and...
And then
It's
Oakenspire.
all over everywhere.
Wait, why Oakenspire?
It's where Clever Amberstone is.
I think
Oh.
Wait, why the waste then?
Well, we got to get
You gotta
there.
get
that's where the
Soul
phylactery is.
Factory.
Sorry, you guys all just said a lot of things at the same
The
time.
phylactery.
I thought the phylactery was under the Temple of Laurus.
In the
In
way.
the waste.
the waste.
Oh, I thought it was... Okay.
I
I'm-
assume in Primordia.
Well, I mean, that's where the storm.
What else is there in the
No.
waste besides
Oh, the guide is in...
Primordia?
I think
The guide is in West. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that I'm the broken link.
What?
You're a broken link.
What do you
You're
mean?
broken.
Well, I used to be a part of the chain.
Crown Link.
Oh. And
Oh!
you're
They are
broken.
shown as 2 chains, and then I'm not there, so I'm kind of a broken piece of the chain.
So do you...
I don't know the way there that I... Oh, that makes sense too.
You have so many nicknames.
Wait, the Crown
does.
Link crew is going to have to show us the way to the vault in the waste?
Well, yeah, the crew used to do jobs there, and
In Primordia?
we get items. We do everything everywhere. We did. They did. They do.
Did Siren used to be? Is Siren part of the Crownlink crew?
No.
Oh. So there's somebody else in Westreach that you know that was part of the Crownlink crew?
Yeah, most certainly.
And they might have information on how to navigate all this?
Hmm. Hopefully, according to our host.
I wasn't aware that anyone went into the waste and survived.
Yeah.
I don't know that they always survived, right, Seeker?
They may not, but they definitely have gone in and out.
Okay.
It's time to yeah, sorry.
No, please.
No, you go.
No, go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm just thinking about the people I don't want to think about.
Oh. Okay. You gave us a lot of information to know. I don't know what to do with it yet. Do you think we should kill the outcast?
Imagine DMing.
I'm like, do you care?
Imagine DMing.
I mean,
for
they
us.
survived the cycle,
Imagine-
so...
Imagine DMing for us.
There seems to be some affinity to this place from this creature, though.
Yes.
Okay. Because you want the seal to be broken? And it's not so bad if the seal gets broken?
My reasons are my own.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You and the
Just
Dust
curious.
Warden.
Make an insight check.
My dice. Those are your dice.
How you doing over there, bud?
I'm stressing out.
Yeah.
Naturally.
16.
16? Yeah, nothing. Can't read anything off of her.
So you both want us to get rid of the outcast.
Because it opens up. Well,
Well, it
everything.
kills all the gods.
The gods.
Uh-huh.
Which would
Well, at least
make
the
sense
sick.
why Zarel wants
It
that.
kills at
if
least
it'll
the
kill
sick.
Famir, it'll kill his mother.
What is death to a god?
I don't know, actually.
What does happen when a god
What
dies?
happens when a god dies? Dies.
Well, I don't think would the gods die if we convince Valsarnoff to pass the power, then necessarily the bond won't be broken because that's
Talking about, well, every time he breaks out, he ravages the whole world.
Valsarnoff is not giving up that power.
No.
I'm not going to reason with it.
Well, then how we kill a god?
Oh.
Well, that we already agreed to kill it, so that was already a question that we had to answer.
Yeah,
Right. I
so
mean,
by
well,
stabbing-
that's why I'm asking it. But I think wasn't it mentioned that he can't be killed? Is it because you have this
No.
fear?
No.
It's-
No.
She said not about the possibility, it's about the willingness. They don't want to kill him because it'll kill them all.
And
Yes.
the question now is, what happens when a god dies?
But it doesn't really matter.
It might. We've never had it happen here.
Well, maybe the seal will just break and
Oh, that
wherever
might.
the old mother came from will be there.
I do have to ask, because I do believe this is an important discussion, but one foot in front of the other, because we've been getting to ask you quite a lot of questions, and you don't seem like the kind of entity that just lets people go without strings attached.
Yes, I was going
And
to
you
get to
have
that.
yet to mention what you want from us.
Well, she wanted us to come here, so that
Yeah.
we did the thing she
fulfilled.
wanted.
Fulfilled. We
We
did our
did
part.
the thing that you wanted,
And we're going
and
to
Told
kill
Lars is
Corvin.
correct.
we're gonna kill Corvin, who you think is a waste,
Right, that is what we do for you.
and we're gonna kill the outcast. So it seems like we're already
Probably.
doing a whole lot.
We are on your team.
Elnora,
Yes.
do you have an answer to my question?
I often require price.
Mm.
Hmm.
Not this time.
Okay.
See, I like that less.
Wait.
Why
Why?
not this time?
Same reason we signed that contract.
Mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything.
I mean,
Oh.
I think a lot of times people seek out Delnora. We didn't really seek her out. She sought us out. So maybe
Don't
first
look
one's
a gift ancient being
on
in the
her.
mouth.
Indeed.
Mm,
That's what she says. I just wanted to clarify.
I think if she wanted something from you, she could get it pretty easily.
That's my concern.
So, hope to never see you again.
Goodbye, little she-wolf.
Yeah.
And she starts to speak.
Oh.
In the shadowed heart of timeless woods, the she-wolf's song was first heard. 8 centuries shall pass ere the echo returns from a creature of word, and word for word, she says the prophecy you found in your great-grandmother's journal.
Did you give that to my grandmother, my great grandmother?
My price has already been paid.
What do you mean?
Why would you? Why would you take that?
I did not take your family from you, child. Your grandmother paid in a different way.
What did she give you?
Peace. And you remember going through your grandmother's journals? The obsessive search for
Yeah.
8 centuries.
oh, the scribbling. Oh.
Trying to find Corvin, trying to find the island, trying to find it was her scribbling.
Because the handwriting broke down over time. Oh my goodness.
the exchange for finding a way to end Corvin Amberstone and the Red Wolf. Your grandmother just didn't live to see it.
Okay,
Well,
let's start with that and figure out the gut thing along the way. The thing in front of us.
how do we get to Westreach fastest?
Do we have a...
I can take us to the graveyard to get to the void. If there's a circle.
And is there another one in Westreach your magic friend can get us to? Or
There's
we could...
definitely a circle in
There's a
Westreach.
circle in Westreach.
Has it been open for us?
I don't know.
No, I just
I don't
mean
think
in
so.
Westreach in general. There's definitely a circle. I don't know about from the void.
Weaver,
There is a
can,
circle from the void.
Weaver, can you get
Thank-
us to Westreach?
I wouldn't ask for anything, Flynn.
Asking.
I could.
Mutually exclusive. We're just trying to help.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, I'm like, does it have a cost? No.
Don't do the cost.
That's fair.
I mean, the cost was someone's peace. I don't really think that you get to decide not to give the cost.
It's not something you pay.
No, I mean, like, you wouldn't make the bargain.
Yeah, this would make the bargain.
Oh, yeah.
I don't add anything, I don't think. What is it?
Persuasion.
Yeah. 17.
Um,
So, natural 17.
Can I?
Yeah. Help.
Can I bend luck?
Can you bend luck and guidance?
Bend luck? I can't guide.
I'm not helping you with this.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I can bend luck as a reaction. I just don't know if Salnor will allow me to. It's a little
You can
spooky.
try. You can try.
Do I... do I...
I think I'm probably too distracted because I just heard about Alexandria. So I
Okay.
don't know if I have a reaction available.
I want to do it. I want to
Do
do
cool things.
it. Do I get the sense that Flynn is successful in this attempt?
Did he succeed?
Huh?
Can you do it like after the fact if you know if I succeeded or failed?
I am not going to answer that.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So, well, there's a reason. Because... Okay, it's fine. We'll leave it.
17.
Okay.
She looks at you. A small price for my aid in this. And she starts to move, and you see she like floats over. She kind of like floats. She doesn't like walk. You see as the arms kind of down by the thing like sway. And she walks over to a little nondescript shelf. You see that there are a number of red threads that go into this sort of shelf. And she reaches in with one of her like long, emaciated arms. And she pulls forward a small, nondescript box. And she opens it. And you don't really see. You hear this. She turns around. You see all 6 of her arms shuffling a deck of cards.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Biff...
He's got a deck of cards.
No.
Why?
Flynn? Flynn?
What does that do?
Question, before we
And she
do this.
begins to shuffle.
Okay.
Actually shuffling. Okay.
A brush with fate. A pull from my deck. And I will get you to Tiara City. Flynn, make a history check.
Yeah.
Everybody can make a history check if they like.
Another 17. Okay, cool. That's actually not bad.
History?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I rolled the same thing. That was sick too. It was like
It was almost real bad.
it was almost really bad and it was really good. I like my red dice tray. It's a good dice tray. Good dice tray.
It's a good dice
Good
tray.
dice tray. You did good.
It's a good day for a good dice tray.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
A dirty 20.
15.
Natural 20.
Nice.
22.
Oh.
24.
All right.
We rolled good.
We all
team.
rolled really well.
Eh.
But Thessaly did great.
Yeah.
Flynn and Thessaly, you two don't know.
Damn.
Seeker,
Mhm.
Oma, and Kellic. For different reasons. You've all heard stories of a powerful deck of cards.
Oh, man.
Mm.
Changes hands, moves through the world,
That's crazy.
known as the deck of many things.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Represents a binding magical contract upon drawing from the deck. Many things are possible. Many fates a potential. But comes with great risks and great rewards.
Lynn, this isn't really the kind of thing that you can back away from once a card is pulled.
What does it do?
No, I don't know exactly what this one does, but if it's what I think it is,
it
the
is.
second it's pulled, that's it. There is no like, maybe I'll
Okay, so just
decide.
okay. I won't pull the deck yet.
It could be a lot of things.
Like bad things?
Some good,
It's extremely powerful.
some bad.
Some very, very bad.
But that doesn't make sense. So like, could it kill us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
But I don't understand.
So you know how like when you made your pact, you got to decide whether you signed or not?
Yeah.
Once you looked at it, and for you, the first time you signed, you didn't get to look at it.
Right. So as soon as I pull it, I don't know what it is, and I still sign for it. I
Yeah.
understand. But what I don't understand is why would you potentially risk our death if we're going to do something that helps you?
Because you asked for something and this is her price.
Oh,
I
so
don't understand. Then who else is going to do the thing that you want us to do if we die from pulling this deck? Like I don't understand the benefit. You know what I mean?
the deck is tethered to the weave.
Fate.
It's
Not tethered to her.
part of fate. It's to wield the deck is to wield fate. Whatever happens,
It's outside of my control. Fate will decide if you should choose to draw.
And fate will decide if you needed to live to defeat the outcast.
or if the Weaver needed us to help them at all.
Is it?
Interesting.
You get the sense that this is what the rumors about this woman are for. Just the enjoyment of watching things get toyed with.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have other ways to get there.
Yeah.
It's up to you, but I just don't. From what I've heard about this at the monastery, it's just.
Magic.
It's not really something to be messed around with. Just to get somewhere.
Right, but
Well,
it could also do something really good for us.
it could.
It could solve many of our problems.
I mean, it could also, I don't know, but maybe if I pull a card, it just fixes the whole Voss or Nos thing.
It could.
That is a potential outcome, yes.
It is?
Yes.
I will, even though I really want to pull a card, defer to the group.
That's a really good idea.
Okay. What do we do?
I vote no.
Okay.
One vote for no. Because it's not really worth it to go somewhere that we can get to.
No, but I think the bigger thing is that it could give us something that would help us.
Something
So
we
like,
don't
it's
have.
not
It
necessarily
could
just
also
to get
kill
us there.
you, and I don't want you to die.
Right.
So
It's a balance.
vote no.
I have to say I am tempted. To everything we just learned, we're dealing with powers outside the gods. I'm
How do we kill
completely
a
out
god?
of my depth here. But one thing has guided me the entire time we've been on this journey, and that's that I believe in all of you. Believe in us. So gods be damned, we can do this without the deck.
So is that a no?
That's a no from me.
Okay. Who knows?
Fine. No.
Wow.
mean, it's a vote, so
What do you think, Seeker?
It's a risk, but I think dealing with the Lich is possible, but very difficult. I don't know what we're going to do with the gods, and this could give us a way to solve that problem.
What if we, didn't want to take you up on your offer right now, but maybe later?
Yeah, you could teleport us later or something.
And you know where to find me. And the deck goes back into the box.
That's a good point, Thessaly.
Maybe just not right now.
I know we
resort.
have it. Maybe we get ourselves some time to think more and destroying Corvin, and then if we still can't find something,
well, if we have no way, if we can't find any way to kill a god, then
We have the-
okay.
cards.
I do really like cards.
Oh,
We
Seeker.
know.
All right, so how are we getting out of here then?
Well,
He
I can take us.
get us back to.
Either to Sunplume or all the way back.
If we go to
Marstak, we can go to the void.
Then we can go to the Void and potentially get to Westreach somehow.
either we can get to the Queen, or we can talk to Saran, and maybe someone there can get us.
Yeah, maybe the Queen could teleport us to Westreach.
Options?
I think the Void is a good call.
I think the void is a good call too. What time is it? It's like early morning.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
probably like 4 in the
Well, it might
morning.
still
or-
be-
So what if none of us slept last night? So what if we
Sleep.
went to my house first, got a nice rest, had some food, and then went back to the void?
If we teleport to the Void, we can't teleport. How does it work again?
Well, we could go straight to my house with Kelly.
Right, and then if we teleport to the Void, then we have to wait to use the teleport from the Void to Westreach.
No,
No.
just if we wanted to come back wherever we were. It's just that you can't use it in like the same day
Can't use
to the
the
same
Void twice
location,
in one day.
but to the same location. You can use it to
Oh,
somewhere
right, because
else.
we're not going to the Void.
But
We'd go to the
using what
graveyard. Right.
Kellic does is not using.
Right, you're
the-
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe we could go back to Sunplume today, and get some rest.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, and then when we wake up, Kelly could take us to the graveyard.
What? Why? What's at your house? Because at the Void we can rest too.
That's true.
My house. And also, Thessaly hasn't really gotten to see Nalfane. And also, I thought we were going to have dinner.
Okay, we can have dinner, Oma.
We don't have to. We can go straight to the void. It's just that that's what we had talked about.
How much time do we have again?
Not a lot.
Right.
You get
3 months?
closer every day.
Yeah, we have
well,
months.
but
No.
Oh, we do?
Corvin.
We don't know how long.
Stop,
Cor-
Corvin.
He gets closer every day.
That's
I
sorry,
love the sound of
clarify.
dinner, Alma, but I do think it might be best for us to be expedient.
Okay.
I do want to see
Well-
Nalfane.
Yeah, Keeper seems pretty cool to check
So
up
we
on.
saw him on the way
I did
here.
tell I
Mhm.
did tell Griff that I would probably see him again before I left, though.
Oh,
And I feel weird because that's like a lie.
Well, it's just
I mean,
Griff, though. It's not
I
that important.
I
He's
think
just
Griff will be okay.
Yeah. He
he's
doesn't
just
really talk.
like a guide or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Speed. We need to stop.
Corvin,
hmm
and then the outcasts, and then the gods.
That part next. Don't.
Oh, that's
Let's not think about that.
one
Yeah.
step at a
My
time.
head hurts.
So void.
Hey, if
Okay.
that's all right, Alma. I do think we should try to retain our. We shouldn't have to give up everything in our lives to become agents of repair. So, if it's important to you to go back and have dinner, then we can.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rest anyway, right? And then teleport into the void just happens. Would we be missing a day if we go to get dinner? I don't think we would.
We'd be losing out on like today.
Right.
the rest of the day
The rest
today.
of the day today.
Because we could just we could go straight to the void from here and then take the void to either the Stillgate or
Could I have an alternative?
right.
Maybe.
What's that?
Okay, maybe we contact Xavier and ask him to open up to double check the circle in Westreach. And then that would save us some time because we'd be able to go straight from the void to Westreach tomorrow.
One other shortcut is Seeker. You have a teleportation scroll, don't you?
Oh,
And you've been to Westreach,
I do, and I have.
so I guess we could just go straight there.
Like right,
Ooh.
Right now.
Good.
Right now?
we could.
I'm pretty exhausted from that chase, though.
That was tiring. But Westreach has inns. It's a
Yeah,
city.
I mean,
It's a
we could
big
get to
city.
Westreach, look around a little bit, and then rest.
I'm tired too,
I
but
don't think we're well. How many days has it been? I wonder if the attack has been stifled.
oh, that was just yet.
Oh,
Today?
right.
If they've
Today?
stymied the.
Yes. When did we tell the queen? That was today.
2 days ago.
No, it was yesterday. Or
Yesterday.
2 days.
We had 2 days of rest, so yes, it would have been 2 days ago.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you guys told her.
And her son went 2 days
Yeah.
ago.
Well, so you guys
They
told
went.
Saran 3 days ago of the
Jesus.
impending attack. 3 or. No, you guys told Saran before you went
To
Addersfell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were in the void when you told him right before you got to Addersfell
Yeah.
through the mirror, if
Mhm.
memory serves.
And then
Wait,
we
I
told
thought we
him
told
after
Saran.
And then you-
after we defeated the demons, the
Yeah.
devils at the portal. We told him about the
yeah,
drow.
you
thing that
got the
let them-
confirmation from Iregloom that it was going to come from the mountains to the east
Yeah.
of Westreach. So when you got back to you message you did I think you
I sent a message
you,
to the queen.
you sent a
reached out to
message
the queen
to
after the fight.
Saran. No, I think you sent a message
I
to
said
Saran.
to Saran. Yeah.
To let
Oh,
her know
Saran,
where the
okay.
attack was coming from. So yeah, so that was that was basically exactly 72 hours ago because it was the very early morning right after you closed the demon portal
Great.
and Iregloom left. So that was exactly 3 days ago
Great,
from
great,
like
great.
now.
3 days ago, we told them that the attack is going to happen in how many days?
we didn't have a
You
day.
didn't
did.
have
We
a
didn't
day.
have-
It
within
was-
a week.
It was
Yeah.
like within a week. It was
Yeah.
within the week that it was coming. So I mean, you guys could definitely assume
We
that
could get
you
there
know,
just in time for the
military
attack. We could,
action has been taken by Westreach to prevent that
I
attack.
mean,
So
no, go ahead.
I guess we could reach out and just see how things are going before we teleport.
Or we could just go
We could
and
just
we would
go
have a
if
nice
they're-
place to stay.
or if it is in battle, then we can help with that. Even though we're tired.
I think it's best to get a head start on finding Emberstone.
Cecily?
I agree with Seeker.
Alma? That's alright with you?
I'm outvoted, so yes.
Let's do it.
We just have to be careful. We might be dropping into a war.
Wouldn't be the first time we did that.
That's what we do.
True.
And we're trying to stop some bigger stuff.
Yes, Alma.
Do you think you could send a message to Griff for me?
Of course. Yeah. What do you want me to tell him?
Just tell him that we learned some pretty dangerous stuff from Talnora, but that we're okay, but we do have to run, and then we'll be back.
Alright.
Was he helping you with something, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just that
I don't know.
Just that we've got an important business, and sorry that you couldn't say goodbye.
We could do it when we leave here, or when we, or
I can just do it right now.
Right, the messages
that'd
work
be good.
wherever we are, and I'll kind of look around.
Perhaps you should wait until you get outside.
yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Forgot we're here.
So maybe we should do
She's like
teleportation.
stating back at the loom now. Like at some point during your conversation, just you heard the.
Yeah, we should
Like,
probably
pick
also
back
do
up.
the scroll outside the door too.
Yeah.
I have one more question.
The loom stops.
What do we do with the container when we get it?
How do we kill the phylactery?
Mhm.
How do we destroy it?
I think you just smash it.
Destroy it.
Is it that easy?
If what I read was
I know where it is. How to destroy it? That's another question.
Okay.
You could
Depends
just
on-
stab it.
That's
what
what I
it
was
is.
What if
afraid
it's like
of.
an indestructible piece of metal or something?
I think we can find a way.
I think we'll find out.
Hey, we'll figure that out when we get there, right?
Alec, go ahead and roll a history check for me at advantage. Seeker, you also.
But it's just straight roll because.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
6.
6.
I'm new to this.
17.
Nice.
17. You remember from your studies, phylacteries are generally only destructible under a specific set of conditions.
Yeah.
They're not like just.
You don't throw it on the
you
ground.
can't just like There usually there's a very
I
specific
looked
set
at
of
it hard
conditions
enough.
that's required to destroy it. But yeah, she either doesn't know or is unwilling to part with that piece of information. Hard to tell which.
I can't remember. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We can go to a library or something.
The book I read at the monastery, I think it said it's usually a precious item, like a jewel or stone, but whatever process it undergoes to become a phylactery imbues it with some kind of magical ward. So I will have to fulfill some kind of conditions to destroy it.
Okay.
And if they've allied with forces of Laurus or X-forces, it's probably extra
Extra what?
warding.
Yeah.
You know, magic.
Yes, I know. A jungi. Oh wait, no, I can't do that here.
yeah.
I wanted to ask.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he
yeah.
picks up.
I start to do it, and then I look. Can I see threads here?
Oh,
Because there's the loom threads.
interesting.
But if I look for,
Are they like an Elbor thing? Are
Kelly.
we on Elbor?
Ooh, that's fascinating.
Your threads and those threads combine.
Too many threads.
All the threads.
Me.
Oof.
The big.
That's a really cool question.
yeah, we don't have to necessarily.
No, I
'Cause
really
it's-
like it.
yeah.
Make a
No way.
perception check for
Okay.
me.
Okay. 14.
14. As you look around, you see the threads and you kind of see like the way that they're tangled and the way that they're all woven together. And every one of these threads belongs to someone. Every thread in this space is tied to a person that has come to see her. And you remember when she cut Mozzie's and how it somehow seemed to have affected him. Every single thread represents a deal made, a bargain struck, some form of attachment. And there are thousands upon thousands of them.
Can we see his own?
Whoa.
Have you made a deal with the weaver?
Did we make? I don't know if we technically.
I don't think you made a deal.
Yeah.
We did.
Alexandra did that
Yeah.
for us.
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
This is power. How do you even remember? These people, oh.
I remember much.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready to go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Please, do come back and see me.
No, thank
No.
you.
No, I don't think we will.
May the
Maybe.
lights reflect from
Maybe.
your whatever that is.
Oh, that's too tempting.
Oh,
One of the arms reaches up
Oh,
and pulls back the veil,
oh,
and you see
oh,
flat expanse
oh,
of skin where eyes should be,
oh.
Ah!
Why can't I feel them on me then?
and a frankly beautiful feminine face. Otherwise, lush lips and a very heart-shaped sort of face, but a bald head and no eyes. And you see like runes covering the extent of that flat expanse and going down the neck, all in that same sanguine red.
No reflection. No reflection. Let's go.
And as
Not
you
gonna
all
have any
leave,
trouble sleeping.
you see more arms come out of the dress
No!
and wave at all of you.
More?
Yeah, we leave.
Yeah.
back. Like, come on,
Move. Go on, Flynn. Come on.
Go, I have little legs.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Which way do we go?
And the door closes behind you, and as you guys sort of run down the roots of this cherry tree, you see as the blossoms fall around you. And as you guys get to the base of the valley, you see as the tree and starts to slowly shift and move away.
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
Does it still feel like we are in this void of a pocket dimension or whatever it is?
Once you go back outside,
Does it look like we're... Yeah, because I remember when
you see outside, like you're in the Raging Wood once you
Okay.
go outside of
Did we
her
see
domain.
Mozzie? Or did he leave?
Yeah, as you look around, you see him off kind of in the corner, and he's just kind of staring off into space.
Hey.
And you can see like his eyes are still red. And he, hey,
You okay?
I'm fine.
You were crying earlier.
Yep.
What? You want to talk about it?
Nope.
You feel better?
Better and worse.
What did you give?
Make a persuasion check for me.
Hmm.
15.
My pain.
Oh.
I lost someone. And I asked her to take it away. But that meant the good went with it. And I loved him.
Glad you got it back.
And you see it's like kind of silently, like tears go down his face.
Well, oh, where do you dwell, Mozzie?
Not far from here.
So I think we're going to teleport, but I want to make sure you get home safe.
I'll be all right.
Good. Sicker, you got a jar of ink.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And I'll walk this one over in my hand. And thank you for helping us.
You ever need anything, Mozzie?
See this right here? This scroll. When you write on that, this lights up, and one of us will read it. Often me. And we will come to help because we are the agents of repair.
All right.
Will you be able to find Bessie? If they're safe? Maybe we could help before we leave? Do you give a general direction? I don't know.
I don't think we have time for
I
that.
don't.
I mean, how long does it take to just...
It's all right. I'll do my best to find her.
Animals usually find their way home.
They're alive?
Well, They
Aye,
didn't.
well.
They didn't want her. They wanted humanoids.
I know. It's a risk.
She'll be all right. She's a tough gal.
You too. Guy, but you're tough. You're gonna be okay.
Thanks.
And if you're not, write us.
Don't fall down any ravines.
That too.
Thanks for that. All right. Best of luck.
Take care, Mazzy.
You as well.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
Did you get what you came for?
Yes.
And more.
Yeah, a little too much, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She'll do that.
But we're all okay.
Good. Well, my services are no longer required. Let's be off.
Be well.
Yeah.
Would it help you to be invisible for an hour?
Oh.
What's he called? What's this like? Oh, what's he called? I forget what he's called. This like little creature type. Yeah, why not? He'll couldn't hurt.
All right. Sin no, and I'll boop the nose.
His kind of little head goes back as you see his his white beard and kind of goes back and you see as he vanishes from view. And very nice. All right then. Bye.
Bye.
Well,
Bye.
thanks,
Mozzie.
Be safe.
And you just faintly hear a little like a little crunching of leaves as he wanders off.
All right.
Message and teleport.
Jungies.
Okay.
And I'll grab feather, pull to my heart. Hi. Alma wishes me to tell you we have a dire task to complete. So she shan't be able to say goodbye. We'll be back. Take care.
Bye, Griff.
Second goes by. Uh-oh. All right. Look after her for me. Please. I'll see you all soon.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, we ready? Why are you looking weird?
What he say?
Alma is
Is everything okay? What did Griff say?
Griff
I think we should use the teleportation circle now.
is he a good
I'm looking at it and it looks very difficult. Do you want to look at it?
Yeah, I could take a look at it
No.
too.
My area of expertise.
is he like is he like trying to find the words?
Yeah, I mean, I can check it out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is above my nice. It's a lot. But I can help maybe.
You want to look? Look, it's yeah, we have it. But
all right.
And I'll
Guess what you need.
try and help figure out how to cast it or use it in any way I can with my limited
magic
knowledge.
boys.
Second level spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is weird. You're an arcane trickster, and
But-
you technically have levels in wizard.
sorcerers also have access to teleportation magic.
Okay. So then, if you have access, if it's on your, so the rules I believe are if it's on your spells list.
Which I think arcane tricksters also have the wizard spell list.
But it's
They
high.
do.
Do we have
The level
to
matters.
be able to cast it or just have the accessibility to that?
It depends on the scroll. Is this a tablet, a scroll? What it's
Scroll.
it guess depends on the language on this scroll,
Where'd we get it from again?
I believe.
Maybe like a homebrew scroll?
we got it.
Oh
Or
no,
magical
it's
courier
thieves.
freed.
It's not arcane tricksters. It's thieves who ignore restrictions on magical items and scrolls. I thought it was arcane tricksters. It's thieves.
We got it
Ah.
from Hayfried from his little box.
Is
with the-
courier.
Yeah, and you pull from the wizard spell list, but it's not on
Wizards,
your
sorcerers,
spell
and
list.
bards is a
Correct.
7th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
I think technically
it'd be a very hard roll.
it would be. I think Flynn and Olma are the only ones who
They
can
can
actually
cast it.
use the scroll.
Yeah, that's
Because
It's not
because
on my
you,
spell list.
Because the arcane trickster list, even though it pulls from the wizard list, it's not the wizard spell list. Arcane tricksters never get access to teleport because they
Right.
don't have that high
We don't
level
get
spell.
higher.
And like you're a wizard though. You're 2 levels of
Oh, I
wizard.
am actually. Yeah,
so
that's
you are
right.
actually a wizard.
But I don't
and
have that.
They are a sorcerer. So even though you don't, neither of you have the spell, it's on your list.
Okay.
But
So you
Oh,
can
right.
do
use
we need
the
to have a high
scroll.
level?
No.
Or does it matter?
You don't. So then it becomes it's a check
It's a
equal to 10 plus the spell's level. So it's a DC 17 spellcasting ability check.
And if I have access to level 7 spells, is it still a DC 17?
I think yours might actually just work. Like
Because
if you
I have access to 7th level.
If you have 7th level, I think
Yeah,
you should
I
use it
think
then. Maybe I can just
think-
help somehow. I don't
I
know.
want to make sure to. I am going to take a second just to look this up.
Look it
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Because, I don't know how.
Get after it. The knowledge, I mean.
No.
Okay, so yeah, if the spell is on your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make the ability check. But I think if you can cast it, you can just use it. So like, or
Okay.
if you have a 7th level slot, so you
I
can
have a
just
slot, yeah.
use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah, if the spell is on your class's spell list, you can use an action to read the scroll and cast a spell without having to provide any of the spell's components. Otherwise, the scroll is
Yeah,
unintelligible.
you understand it? Because you don't use spells components or anything, right?
I would just have to read it,
I
right?
Yeah.
Maybe read it? Yeah, that
She
makes
reads,
sense.
you read Ancient Elvish. And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
makes sense, that makes
that's
sense.
my ideas around. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oma,
Mm.
remember when you helped me with the scroll? Not too long ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Take a look. Kind of looks similar, no?
Is it written in common or is it written in ancient?
It's written in like magical cipher. But I mean, again, it to you like just because of what I will say is that as you look at it,
She bleeds purple.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like as you kind of look at it,
The words like are rearranging
yeah,
themselves, kind of
it's
similar to
almost
the
like
ancient.
it's like a
Similar to the ancient Elvish, they
Yeah.
just rearrange.
'Cause you
it,
didn't-
so-
kind of like as you look at it, you're like, at first it's like, what is, and then they kind of like, just intuitively, like you
Mhm.
just get it.
Okay.
I can't read it.
Yeah,
Wait.
me too. I can't really
Wait
figure
a
it
second.
out.
Wait a second.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
What?
Little Lawrence. Yeah, take it.
Yeah, it just is taking a second. But yeah, all the words are in the right places now. Do you need me to write this into another? Do you need me to write this for you like the other scroll?
No, maybe you just do it. What it says.
He just does it.
Oh, okay. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So just do what it says. Okay, we'll get close.
All right.
Okay. Close we go.
Do you need something from Westreach? Like,
Think if I just, do you have anything from Westreach, Seeker?
What do I have from Westreach?
Oh.
Yeah. I will take off my earring.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Westreach?
Mm-hmm.
Works for me. And I will just read the spell and cast it.
You guys all kind of
Yeah,
like
you're
gather
close,
around
yeah.
Olma, or like Olma. I love that, like, you're like reading it and you're like, oh, and then it.
Yeah.
There's like an epiphany you're like, oh, and then,
It's
then
like
it just
wild
happens.
magic.
yeah,
It's
and
just
then
like,
suddenly you just
just
feel
all
like,
go, yeah.
you're all
I
yoink.
love that for innate caster.
Yeah.
Do I,
Just
do
like,
I have to cast wild magic?
Roll on
Um,
the wild magic.
Technically, yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You do have to
What
roll
number
wild
are we
magic
at?
because I guess it's a leveled
3.
spell.
What, is it
Yeah.
for casting
But you
it,
know,
or is it
that's
a
scroll? So
Yeah.
no.
Scroll.
I would
But do
say
I use
when-
a spell slot?
No,
No.
no,
Oh.
it's the scroll. So
Then
that,
yes,
I mean,
then I would
that
say no,
spell
too.
scroll's worth like 50,000 gold.
Yeah.
Because it has all the magical ink and arcane incantations like that. That scroll was the most valuable thing you guys had. But it is also like it's dope. It got you guys.
yeah.
It-
You
it
skipped
saved
over
us.
weeks of journey now.
Yeah.
So yeah, as the scroll is like whoosh consumed in purple flame, and you feel that familiar whoosh sensation as the teleportation magic pulls you all inward with just the syllable the oh, and then we are gonna go ahead and end it there.
No.
Yeah, it's, I
You
think
did a
it's time. We're at
sneaky rat.
right
Sneaky.
at
We don't know.
6:30.
We don't know.
We'll
We're
find out
in
next
the
time.
ether now.
When we come back.
Slide a hand check on that one.
Whoa, you guys, wow, and treated with a weaver. Well done, gang. Lovely. Yep. Anyway,
Can you make me a
guys,
cardigan
thank you guys so much for
or a
watching.
basket? I guess.
Or a basket.
Not a.
Y'all.
Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye, nerds.
Bye, nerds! I'm just a disruptor.
So-
Yeah, you are.
We don't let him in. We don't let him out.
Hey nerds, Russ here. If you're enjoying Venture Forth, please like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're using. And make sure to tell your friends, and your family, and the person walking on the side of the street, all of those things. Just yell out that you love Venture Forth. And if you're interested in going the extra mile, please check out our Patreon. There's a link in our description. It really supports us as a whole. We wouldn't be able to do it without our patrons. And you get access to some really cool bonus content. So if you want to see us off the screen, off the podcast, doing silly things, that's where to go. Bye, nerds.